Welcome back to my channel. We are still on the application of S-order differential equation to growth or decay. And this is a problem, and I think it's a decay problem. Sure. So they say that 5 mice in a stable population of 500. Okay, the initial population is 500. Then they now brought out 5 mice. It's that 5 mice in a stable population of 500 are intentionally infected with a contagious disease. They now say that to test a theorem of epidemic spread that postulates the rate of change in the infected population, the rate of change in the infected population is proportional to the product of the number of mice who have the disease with the number that are disease free. Okay, let us say that solution. Let's say that let n of t be the number of infected mice. Okay, so this implies that the number of disease-free mice will now be the total population 500 minus those that are infected. Okay, and we are told that the rate of change of this is directly proportional to the rate of change. So that is the t is directly proportional to the product of those that are infected with those that are not infected. So that is what the theorem is postulating. Okay, that is what the theorem said. Now, if I remove proportionality sign, I am bringing in a proportionality constant. So therefore, the n over the t is equal to what? R n into n minus, or 500 minus n, rather. 500 minus n. Okay? So now, this can be separated. So let us separate it. By variable separable, I'm having that the n over n into 500 minus n, okay, is equal to what? R dt. So if I integrate both sides, I'm having the integral of 1 over n into 500 minus n, okay, dn is equal to what? The integral of r dt. Now, if you look at this, we need to do something here. We need to apply partial fraction. So if I apply partial fraction, I'm going to have that 1 over n into 500 minus n is equal to, let me say, a over n plus b over 500 minus n. So I'm going to have that 1 over n into 500 minus n is equal to, the LCM here is still n into 500 minus n. This is partial fraction. When the both of them divide this, I'm having 500 minus n times a. I'm going to have a into 500 minus n, then plus, when the both of them divide this is 1. 1 times b is b. So if the denominator take care of the denominator, I'm having that a is equal to, this time this to give you 500a. This time, sorry, 1, not a. 1 here. So this time this is 500a. This time this to give you na. Okay? Then plus b. So if you compare the left hand side with the right hand side, you see that those that has n is who has n here? Okay? Am I having any problem here? A times this is okay. Those that has n is the main variable. Those that has n is here, minus na is equal to what? 0. So therefore my a is equal to 0. If a is equal to 0, will it work? It won't what? It will not work. Okay. If a is equal to 0 here, those that does not have n at all is equal to 500a plus b. Okay, 500a plus b. So is equal to 1 here. Is equal to 1. So I'm going to be having that if my a is 500, then my b is 1. If my a is 500, my b is 1. Sorry, if my a is 0, my b is 1. So if a is 0 here, b is equal to 1. And if b is equal to 1, so what do we have now if b is equal to 1? If b is equal to 1, then a will now be equal to 0. So, and it doesn't work. So let's check where there is a mistake there. Okay, this linear equation here is going to be a constant. This is a linear equation here is going to be a constant. So when the both of them divide this, I'm left with this times a. I'm having this. Both of them divide this, I'm left with b. B times this, I'm having bn. Oh, sorry. This is where I have the mistake. Okay, so this is now be that 1 is equal to what? A 500a cleared bracket this time this, because when the both of them divide this cancel this, remaining only n times v will give you bn. So I was the one that made mistakes. So I'm having this is 500a minus na then plus bn. So let's check those that has n. Who has n is what? B minus a. They all have n should be equal to 0n because there is no n in the left hand side here. So therefore, b minus a is equal to what? 0. So if n take care of n. So those that does not have that does not have n at all, which is what? 500a does not have n is equal to 1 that does not have n. So my a here should be equal to what? 1 over 500. So if a is 1 over 500, then b should be the same 1 over 500, because if you look at this, you see that a is equal to b. If this one moves to this side, you will see that b is equal to a. So if b is equal to a, then my b is 500 and my a is 500. So if I put it here, permit me to clean here, my board is too small. So if I put it here, I'm going to be having that this thing is something as saying a on top. That is 1 over 500. That is 1 over 500 n. Okay, 1 over 500 n plus 1 over 500 into 500 minus n. So having this, or you can say 1 over 500 into, because they both have 1 over 500 in common. So this can be 1 over 500 into 1 over n plus 1 over 500 minus n. So that is that. So let us put it in this integration. So if you put it in this integration, permit me, what are we asked to calculate? I don't want to clean here because of, okay, let me just clean here so that I will not be checking my book. Okay, so having this is now the integral of, instead of writing this, I'm going to be writing, if I let me bring out the 1 over 500 outside, I'm going to be having 1 over n plus 1 over 500 minus n, then the n is equal to the integral of r dt. So I'm having 1 over 500. For this one is giving me 1 over 500. For this one is giving me ln n plus ln 500 minus n. Okay, is equal to what? This is a rt plus a constant. So let's multiply both sides by 500. So I'm having that ln n, according to, if I have plus, I can multiply. So this is n in bracket of 500 minus n, according to the law of logarithm, is equal to 500 is going here to have 500 rt multiplied by 500 c. Okay, so now the lane moving here to become exponential to have n into 500 minus n is equal to exponential of 500 rt plus 500 c. So now separate to have that n into 500 minus n is equal to what? Exponential of 500 rt multiplied by exponential of 500 c. And the exponential of a constant is a constant. So I'm having n into 500 minus n is equal to what? A exponential 500 rt. Okay? Where a is something as exponential this. So that is my expression. So what did they say we should find? Let me check what we are asked to find. Okay. So what are we asked to find? So they say we should calculate what? How long will it take it for half of it to decay? Okay. For half of it to decay, how long will it take it? But we were told something there. We were told that optional to this, they now said, okay, assuming the how long will it take half the population of to contact the disease? Okay, how long is it going to take it to contact the disease? Okay, so having this now, Is there any mistake? A is equal to b. So I'm having the integral of this. Okay, 500. Okay, I don't think there's a problem here. Let me pause and check where there's a problem, please. Okay, please, I just detected an error here. Please permit me to start from somewhere here. My board is too small. So I'm having 1 over 500 into, please, let's take it gradually. The integration of 1 over this is giving us ln n. Okay? The integration of this is differentiated to have minus. So that is why we are going to have minus ln, then 500 minus n. Please, that is where the error is. Okay? Because differentiation of 500 minus n will give you minus 1. So use that minus 1 to divide this, to make this place to be minus. That's what made here to be minus. So it's equal to the integration of this to give us RT plus a constant. So multiply both sides by 500 to have that ln n minus ln 500 minus n is equal to what? 500 RT plus 500 C. So taking the ln of, according to indices now, if according to the law of logarithm, if I have minus, I should divide. So this will now be n over what? 500 minus n. Okay, having one ln is equal to what? 500 RT plus 500 C. So ln moving to the other side to become exponential, I'm having n over 500 minus n will now be exponential 500 RT plus 500 C. So separate this to have n over 500 minus n is equal to exponential 500 RT multiplied by exponential 500 C. But exponential of a constant is a constant, so let me call it a. So I'm having that n over 500 minus n over 500 minus n is equal to what? A exponential 500 RT. So where a is something as exponential 500 C. Okay? So this is my expression, and then we are asked to find the time it will now take it to decay up to half. Okay, the time it will take it to decay up to half. But we are told that at initially that 5 has the disease. So initially 5 has the disease. So let us now find the rate it will now decay. So this is our first expression. So they say that when t is 0, at initial time that n is 5 of them had the disease. They intentionally infected 5 of them with the disease. So if we now put it here, I'm going to be having 5 over 500 minus 5 is equal to a exponential. Okay, a exponential 500 r into 0. The time is 0 now. So if you do everything here, you see that initially that my a is equal to n naught. So my a now, I want to find my a, sorry. My a will now be, that is 500 over 495. So what is your a? 500 over 495 to get our a. So 500, that is 5 divided by 495. We now have 1 over 99. So 1 over 99. So the expression still becomes n over 500 minus n is equal to 1 over 99 exponential r 500 RT. Okay? So having this, we were equally told that okay, from here now, we can now find what we are asked to find. What are we asked to find? We're asked to find the time it will take for this to decay. But we don't know the rate at which this thing decays, and they did not give us anything to help us find it. So we're going to be finding it in terms of R. So we want to find T now, when the life is going to be half. And then when T, we're looking for T when N will now be half of the 500. and half of 500 is 250. So I'm having here to be what? 250 divided by what? 500 minus 250 is equal to, my A is 1 over 99 exponential 500 RT. Okay, because we don't know our R. So this will now be 250 over 250 will give us 1. 1 is equal to 1 over 99 exponential 500 RT. So if I cross multiply, I'm going to be having that. If I cross multiply, I'm going to be having that 99 is equal to exponential 500 RT. So therefore, 500 RT will now be equal to lane 99. So T I'm looking for will now be lane 99 divided by what? 500 R. So if we now get our rate, it will now help us to now find the time it will take this thing to the time it will not take them to do that. So that is that unit. So put the unit of the time. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like. Had it been they gave us a condition that will help us to get the rate, we would have gotten it, but they did not do that. So once we can get the rate, now put the rate at which they can now get the disease from another experiment. Maybe if they say that when the time is now 5, they now discover that this thing that maybe 500 people got, or maybe 30 people got the disease, it will help you to get the rate. Then if you put the rate here, you will not get the time it will not take them for half of the population to get the disease. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like our video, share and subscribe to your friends. If you have any question, don't forget to leave it at the comment section. May the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye bye. And then lastly, okay, in our next video, I'm going to tell you the next thing we are going to do in this. Bye bye.